So welcome back to French Countryside Life. I thought this afternoon we'd do a bit of a sum up and have a walk around and just see what's happening with the various projects that are going on. So let's do that. Walk this way. And if you can't walk this way, try your best. Okay, so coming down the side of the house, a couple of things here. We've got the first of the IBC containers delivered the other day. These are a 1,000 litre recycled container. Yeah, we've got a really good deal on these. You can buy these from places like Brico, you know, the big hardware stores. They're about 150 upwards, maybe 160, sometimes 200 euros a pop. I was down in the village a few months ago, about 3-4 months ago, and there was a guy who had a bunch of them on the back of a truck. So I went over and said hello, and it turned out that he's a Dutch guy who brings them over from Holland and sells them. So I ordered 2, and there's one there, and there's one over in the field which I'll show you in a minute. And I paid 70 euros for each one, and that's delivered. So it makes a nice change to actually find a bargain. So that's good. So the idea is that the IBC container is going to go there. I've got to build or make a concrete slab just here that it can sit on, and we'll be able to harvest all the rainwater from on top of the workshop. I've got to do a little bit of work on the guttering. As you can see, it's not completely straight, so that's going to need sorting. So yeah, I'll get that done. The greenhouse I've dismantled. I've taken all the glass out of it. The gentleman across the road is going to have this. So there's all the glass, and obviously the aluminium frame. I've managed to unbolt it from the floor. I had to grind some of the bolts off where they're rusted, so that's ready to go. And once that's gone, I can then fill this area in with concrete, and that'll give me a nice flat slab for the tiki bar to go on. So I'm going to walk out to the field now, and we're going to see the chooks, and I'll just talk briefly about what's going on there. So it's a windy day today, so I apologise if there's any wind noise. So the grass has slowed right down. Starting to dry out now. Lots of these little plums on here. I cut these bushes right back, and got lots of these little plums here. So these are pretty as well. Anyway, so this is the second IBC container. So the idea is that I'm going to pump the water down from the other IBC container where we harvest the rainwater. I'm going to pump that down to this one, and with this one, I can water the vegetables that are going to be growing there soon, and supply some water to the chickens. So that's the plan there. Chooks doing all right. Chooks are doing well. We put in a new bit of shade for them, just over there. So when the sun comes over the top, we get a bit more shade in that section of the run. So at the moment, with the sun is about there, they've got shade in that part, as you can see, and shade under there. as the sun comes over, that shade disappears. That shade still stays there, but then we get more shade from that new fence, and that just covers that bit there. So yeah, it's all coming on. It's all starting to come together. So those two massive piles of manure that were here, they've rotted right down. So that just needs mixing in with the existing compost that I've got over in the corner there. And then we can start clearing behind me to make the vegetable beds. So let's just have a quick look at that. So the plan is I'm going to hire a digger for the day and just scrape these back down here, scrape all that back, and get the cardboard down and get the bed set up. So that's the plan, and I can mix all that in with the existing compost that I've got, and I think we'll be in good shape. So having used the bubble cover now for around a month, showing some real savings on the heating of the pool, real savings. Probably saving €3 or €4 a day just on the heating. So really pleased with that. So speaking of the heat pump, you may notice that there's a bit of duct tape holding this over. So what happened was that some water got in around there because I didn't shut it properly like an idiot. I didn't shut it properly, and some water got into the control panel and blew the circuit there. So this is just to stop any rain that does come, just from doing that again. But what I'm going to do when I do this corner where the IBC container's going, I'm going to build a roof that comes out at an angle just to cover that. So that's another project for this corner. Good. So this is the control unit that I took off of the heat pump. Come and have a closer look, and you'll see what happened. So the LCD screen went black, and when I opened it up, you might be able to see where we are there. Can you see that scorching there, and the scorching on the plastic there? So water had got in through this part and just shorted it out and destroyed it basically. So I was pleased with that. So I've got no one to blame but myself for that one, so it'll teach me to close it properly, won't it? There you go, what can you do? Alright, moving on. So I think it's about time. Oh, there's something else I want to show you that I finished inside the house. Come and have a look. So I finished this the other day, so come and take a look at this with me. So we've been struggling to find the time to go to Brocant's and Vidgreniers to look for new items for the Etsy shop, but I have taken the time to finish this, and what you'll see is that it's a brass ship's bulkhead lamp. I've put an LED lamp inside it and turned a bit of wood for the base and a nice bit of faux leather for it to sit on so it doesn't scratch the table. But yeah, I think it's a nice thing. So, and you'll see, yeah, I quite like it myself. So I think that will grace anyone's table. So we're back in the workshop now, First off, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's contributed towards the costs associated with the Tiki Bar I'm building. It's really touched me, and I don't know how I'm ever going to thank everybody, but thanks everybody. All right, so what's happening with the wood? I'll tell you, since you ask. I spoke to Luke, the guy who's supplying the wood. I spoke to Luke a few times today. He sent me a WhatsApp late last night, to say that he's suggesting that the wood is planed. It's already been sawn, all the wood's all sawn up now, but it really should be planed. And obviously that's going to cost a bit more money. So I said, look, why don't I pop over and have a look, and you can, I can see with my own eyes the difference between the unplaned and the planed. Anyway, I went over there and all the wood's all stacked up. It's all ready to go. And actually Luke wasn't there. It was actually Max was there. That's his son, and he said, why don't I get a bit of wood, like a bit of the scrap wood, and plane it, and you can see the difference. Anyway, after it's planed, it just looks fantastic. You can see all the grain in the wood. It looks fantastic. So I said, okay, let's get it all planed. So obviously that's going to delay the delivery of the wood by a week and a bit, probably maybe 2 weeks, but that's fine. I'm going to go over there Saturday and help with the planing. So that's going to reduce the cost a little bit, so which is good. Yeah, so that's where we are with the wood. So next job is I'm going to carve this second part of the Tiki Bench. So it's the smaller part that the bench sits on the top here. So enough flapping my gums, let's get something done. Okay, so I'll finish this off in the week. It's looking good already. So if you'd like to contribute to the Tiki Bar Fund, that'd be greatly appreciated. Just go to the coffee.com link in the description. Quote of the week. It's from a chap called Napoleon Hill, and he said, if you can't do great things, do small things great. Brilliant. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to give the video a thumbs up, maybe share it on social media, press the notification bell so you know when there's new content, and maybe think about subscribing if you're not subscribed already. That'd be great. And all that leaves to say is mine, there you go, and I'll see you soon.